Now, this is something new that I wanted to try and do. I'm going to be ranking the Despicable Me movies. I don't know why these two are down here. I don't know what that one is, and that one over there is just a short. So I'm just going to be doing the movies, and I'm going to be doing the Minions movies. Starting off with the first one, I'm going to say Despicable Me 1 is definitely felonious. I can't tell which one is, good or bad. Felonious doesn't... Would I say this acceptable? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe felonious is a weird term. But I like the first Despicable Me because it's actually a really good movie. It was the start for Illumination. It is the creation of the Minions. And it was a really good plot with a bad guy who warmed up to 3 little girls. It's really nice. It's really sweet. I liked the premise of it, and I liked how it turned out. Its sequel, Despicable Me 2, also is good. It actually improved on the first one, and it kind of expanded the universe a little bit. Oh, I forgot to mention that Vector is actually a pretty cool villain in Despicable Me, but El Macho is the go-to guy. He was ruthless. He was dangerous. As the name implied, very macho. So I have to put Despicable Me 2 in felonious if it's for A. Not only are the Minions used as a B plot, but they also continue the story. It kind of forwards it, and they need to be rescued from the bad guy. I really like the direction it went to, and I like how it turned out. Now, Minions, you know me, I love Minions. I love the brotherly bond with Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. Kevin starts off as this leader who wants to find a boss, yet he turns out to be a big brother that looks after middle brother Stuart and little brother Bob and makes sure that they're safe and out of harm's way. Even if mischievous antics ensue, they always know that they're always there for each other. So yeah, back in 2015, I thought the movie was okay, but upon rewatch, I love this movie so much. I really love it. Okay, now we've gotten to the absolute worst. Despicable Me 3. I mean, was there even a question? I would say it's despicable, but it doesn't even deserve despicable. I don't have to go into detail to say that this is bad because it's true. Despicable Me 3 is one of the worst Illumination movies that Illumination has ever produced. It barely has any Minions in it. The plot is very jumbled up. It barely makes sense. And the animation is so lazily done that it feels unneeded. It felt necessarily unneeded. The whole thing with Gru saying that he had a twin brother, which was never even brought up in Despicable Me 1 and 2. Now this is a thing. I mean, not only is it absolute BS, but Mel is the absolute worst Minion. Yeah, you see that little Minion down there that says yellow is the new black? Yeah, that's Mel. You already heard my big rant on Mel. He's a despicable character. He's a bad Minion who's just absolutely atrocious. And I felt that it would have been much better if the Minions left Gru to serve a Balthazar Brat. And Balthazar Brat is a good villain, but not as good. Hell, even Scarlet Overkill was a much better villain than Balthazar Brat. You get a guy that's voicing him, Trey Parker, but he just basically throws out 80s references. That's what Regular Show is for. You go to Regular Show for 80s references, not Despicable Me 3. It's hard to follow. It's hard to follow exactly what's going on. Like that happened or what happened or something like that. And the ending is the absolute worst ending in any of the Despicable Me movies. Even if Mel and the Minions go back to Gru, they leave him for Drew to continue the family tradition. So after all of that, the whole flashback was completely pointless. Gru and Mel, that whole scene together, completely pointless because he leaves him again. Sure, he's with family now, but does that even... It's just... I don't understand. How you doing, Nooblets? So yeah, Despicable Me 3, absolute worst movie, 3 out of 10. It deserves to be in the garbage pile with Sponge on the Run as the absolute worst third movie I've ever seen. Now, with that being said, at least when it came to Redemption, Rise of Gru actually turned out to be a much better Despicable Me movie as a result. And that was like the second Minions movie. They focused a balance between Gru and his minions, gave an awesome storyline. They gave us that really cool minion, Otto. What's he even doing there? And is absolutely a much better improvement over Despicable Me 3. Here, even with the 2-year absence because they were delayed, this definitely felt much better than Despicable Me 3. Like, if you put on Despicable Me 3 and you look at it, compare it with Rise of Gru, you could totally see that the talents were given a much better good polish, and the actors, they went above and beyond. Steve Carell, Alan Arkin, Pierre Coffin, you know them as Minions. Russell Brand, they went all out on their roles, and it is absolutely amazing what product turned out. Although this could be argued or debated. I'm thinking Rise of Gru is better than the first Minions movie, but only by a hair. The only thing I don't like is that the Minions weren't used as a subplot. Like in the first movie, the Minions had to leave their cave so that way they can go to England. Yet they just stay in a certain location and you don't see them until the end. That's a little gripe I have, but this is focusing on the main 4 Minions. Kevin, Stuart, Bob, and Otto. And Gru. And Wild Knuckles for some reason. Daniel, can you turn that down, please? Bottom line, this franchise as a whole, it's really good. I know my ratings are a little bit weird, but I like all of these movies except for Despicable Me 3. I can only tolerate it on a minimum level. I will say this. It's not as bad as Merry Christmas Mordecai, which is a 1 out of 10. So Despicable Me 3 is lucky it even got a 3 out of 10. Yes, it was originally 4 out of 10 and it dropped to 3. Well, I'm going to be revisiting that atrocity on Discord later. Oh god, I hate this friggin' movie. I've seen Yellow is the New Black. It's a really good short. I think this took place while the Minions were still in jail. So I'm probably going to give it Nefarious because where was Mel in this? Don't know, don't care. At least 2 Minions got out of there. I don't want to go back and complain about Despicable Me 3 because it's not worth my time. You saw me rank all the Despicable Me movies, even that one short. I don't know what Despicable Me U is, but it's in there for some weird reason. While that's going on, I'm going to be playing some Minion Rush. I spent $4.99 to get the premium. He didn't close the door. Daniel, can you turn that down, please? Thank you. Alright. Yeah, I got more Gru tokens, so that's a good thing. Huh. It reset itself again? Used a lumberjack costume with the evil minion. No, thank you. I think I have way too many costumes that use the evil minion already. That's a little too much. So, no thank you. Where's my Bob? Dang it, I told you to turn that down! Jeez! Hello, Mel. I just went on a rant about that movie. The I Love Gru hat, that's a symbol of Despicable Me 3. So glad the ranking went well. Is your opinion gonna change on Despicable Me 3? I wouldn't bet your Bandicoot if it did. Maybe someday, but certainly not gonna happen anytime soon. Like I said, it's 3 out of 10. It's not 1 out of 10 like Merry Christmas Mordecai. And the only reason why I compare that is because I consider that the absolute worst that the studio had to offer. Regular show, it's Merry Christmas Mordecai. SpongeBob, it's Sponge on the Run. And this is Despicable Me 3. All movies tend to have their faults and their duds. And with Despicable Me as a dud, it has a dud. And the third movie is definitely that dud. Like I said, if you even watch Despicable Me 3, it feels so unneeded. Like, I already did a huge review on that movie, and I only did like a little slice of that review when I was ranking it. That's how bad it is. Some people are like, well, it's fine. I get some people like, they say that, you know, like the reactors, but us diehard fans of Despicable Me, if you even look at the Rotten Tomatoes percentage, it's higher than Minions, but Minions deserve the much better rating. Because Mel mistreats the Minions badly. And the only time he actually starts being nice is like when he has that flashback and stuff. Like, oh, now you're being nice. He's done so much stuff to anger me that he makes Chad look sophisticated. Let's just hope that when I do write one in a Minion, which is my Minions fanfiction, Mel is going to be a lot more likable than he was in Despicable Me 3. I only like him in Minion Rush because his power-ups are good and you can actually utilize it. God, look at his friggin' face! Does that Minion look like someone that looks cheerful? He's like... He looks so annoyed. It's not like Stuart. It's just, it is terrifying. One eyes are not supposed to look terrifying. They're supposed to look nice. But Mel? No. Hell, even in Minion Rush, he looks scary. It didn't change things. It just made the Minion even scarier. I may have made Chad likable in regular life, but it's gonna be gonna take some time for me to make Mel likable in Minions 1 and a Minion. It's based on a t-shirt that I owned that had Minions on it. It was called 1 in a Minion. And yes, I do have Despicable Me 3 merchandise that has Mel in it because, you know, I was an avid Minions collector and I bought mostly everything that was Despicable Me, whatever I could put my hands on. Lay my hands on, sorry. Barely any Minion stuff. Mostly it was Despicable Me 3. And whatever Minions I found was that Bob and Stuart, which are in storage right now. So I'm going to have to try to replace them. In short, I'm planning on getting the Light Up Bob to replace the Sing and Dance Bob. And I think the only one I do want to try to get back is the Rock and Roll Stuart. Because that one is... I like that one. Still no update from Gameflop saying that Otto is in this game. He's not. I don't know why. But you promote Otto with Minions: The Rise of Gru, and yet he's not in the game. All that's in the game are the costumes that Kevin, Stuart, and Bob wore in the movie. No Otto. No costume. Hell, even the Turn Up the Sunshine music video had Otto in it, and yet Gameloft doesn't. Are they like trying? Are they making us wait? Cause I saw a comment saying, "Where's Otto in the game? Missed opportunity." Yeah, it is a missed opportunity. They had the perfect opportunity to put him in the game, but they didn't. They focus on the kung fu aspect, I guess, since Kevin and Stuart have their iconic kung fu costumes. Bob doesn't. Just Kevin and Stuart. No offense, I didn't really like Bob in the jumpsuit, to be honest. That's why he's in like an engineer, air pilot bob, and the pajama bob, which you saw me use earlier in the stream. One of my streams. What was that glitch? Did you see that glitch? It's like the banana like merged with the... Bob already had his time. He had like a couple streams where I played as him. So I'm gonna be using Mel for this one. Like I said, I'm gonna be watching Despicable Me 3 later on the Discord. Ugh. Is my rating gonna change for Despicable Me 3 when I watch it for the second time? Results will be in the next live stream that I do. As a Despicable Me fan, I did say we were gonna watch all the Despicable Me movies, and Despicable Me 3 is the last one. First we watched Minions, then we watched Rise of Gru because that's on Kim Cartoon, Despicable Me 1 and Despicable Me 2, now we're just gonna watch Despicable Me 3. I disqualified any shorts like Banana and Orientation Day, since they are canon, but we want to watch the movies. We did watch regular show Sleep Fighter since the Huxtables looked similar to Minions, so we at least got one regular show episode out of the rewatch before we did the Despicable Me Minions watch. And yes, we watched both Minions and Rise of Gru on the same night. A few days ago was Despicable Me, yesterday was Despicable Me 2, tonight is Despicable Me 3. Pray for me. No more using Gru tokens, okay? No more using Gru tokens. If I mess up, I mess up. Mom's making me dinner right now, and... Hi? Oh man, what did I sound like? I sounded like Mel now. No, you stop talking! Mel. Pierre Coffin, if you ever do like a GalaxyCon, I want to talk to you. Dude was the one that worked on the Despicable Me movies, and he did the voice for all the Minions. Yes, all the Minions. While I'm on the subject, didn't JJ Quintel also do a GalaxyCon? He's not really much of an internet user. It's modern day, James. You gotta get used to something like that. You already know how I feel about Minion Beach. This is a location in Despicable Me 2. And the only reason I don't like it here is because I'm literally hitting minions that are having a good time. They're not mocking me or doing that stuff. They're just... But I need to get Despicable points. And I hate doing that. I hate doing that. Look at them. I have to progress, you know? God, my God, Mel, look at his friggin' eye. Look at that. Stuart doesn't even do that. It may not look like much, but it is terrifying. If you're wondering, yes, there is a character named Mel in regular life that's an ostrich who has just as much unlikability as Mel. Not that much unlikability, he's just basically the soldier that just wants to be noticed and preferred over others and will do whatever he can to gain that respect. Yeah, he's basically like his partner Stone. Mel has only a handful of episodes, and he kind of serves as a foil to Jeremy at times. I know I said I wasn't going to use any more crew tokens, but that was on me because I was rambling about regular life. Big deal, I can always get new coins.
Daniel, time to eat dinner.
I'm doing a live stream right now, Mom.
Okay, well, your food's waiting for you when you're ready.
Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta go get my food. I'm live streaming right now, Grandpa.
Huh?
I'm live streaming right now.
You're what?
I'm live streaming right now.
Okay.
Yes. Macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. Oh, that's perfect. That's a great meal to have when I'm about to watch Despicable Me 3 in a couple hours. Well, at least I'll be fed. No ASMR. Let me just get a few of these out of the way. Again, the freaking eyes! Stop it! Stop looking at me with those big old eyes! Ugh. Well, like I said, he's helping me out. Oh, we're back in El Macho's lair. La cucaracha? Yes, that is La cucaracha. Nice callback to the second movie, Kevin. There is some bit of plot holes in the Despicable Me universe. Like, I don't know if Kevin was in the first Despicable Me, because that's not Kevin, the tall two-eyed minion. That's Tim. He may have the same body structure, but that's not Kevin. Same can't be said for Ken, who was in Panic in the mailroom. That's a short. How long have you been live for? I've been live for, I can't remember. I can't remember how long I was live for. I think maybe 30 minutes or something. I don't know. I literally did a ranking of all the Despicable Me movies because during Guys Night, Despicable Me 3 will be watched. And since that's the case, I'm playing as Mel. Yeah, at least my Mel from regular life, he's about as unlikable as the one from Despicable Me 3, but not that unlikable. Oh, for the love of crud. Stop it with the eyes, Mel! Stop it with the eyes! During the time when it was out on DVD, there was like a lot of Despicable Me merchandise, and only a few that were related to the movie Minions. I did streams when I was at Target when I was trying to look for Minions merchandise, and I stumbled across that Sing and Dance Bob. None of the stores here in Idaho have any Minion merchandise whatsoever. All I could find was like golden Kevin figurine. That's it. There's not really anything else. I doubt there's like a Party City here, because if it's Party City, it's gonna be packed with like lots of Minion stuff, you know, decorations, streamers, balloons, the party hats and stuff. I think that's the only place you can really find Minion stuff now, unless you count eBay and Amazon, which are crazy expensive. There are too many throwaway characters in regular life. Well, they're primarily like supporting side characters. Regular show has them, I have them. Mel's just basically a soldier of the Osterhamway wanting to be recognized. And he's basically one of the main villains in regular life, Akari Wishmaker. I want to put an end to the Osterholm threat once and for all. These new threats are on the horizon. I just want to get rid of the Osterholm in a very canonic way. I feel that. I mean, you came on board during season 5, but you gave me the idea of Crave Balls of Fire, and you gave me the idea for the Hydreigon Journey to Legion. I'm thinking about the space adventure should probably be maybe for season 6, I guess. Season 6. Yeah, but some of the throwaway characters don't really have much time to shine, and some people just forget that they even existed. So they don't need episodes dedicated to them. Waska has planned for that Orca episode, but that's probably gonna lead to something. The new WB bosses might have canceled the Supergirl movie. Bosses are ruthless. Honestly, they can do whatever the hell they want, but I don't want to waste my breath on being angry. If they want to do that, then that's fine. But if they fall as a streaming service because of their bad, shady practices, it's on them. It's their own fault. They did this. And they're going to lose a huge percent of the revenue. They're going to fall off, while Paramount Plus and Disney Plus will reign supreme. Once that merge is complete, HBO Max will be a completely different streaming service. You're on the ground when you're like standing up and you fell on your face. Make up your damn mind. You're just as confusing as you're moving, Mel. Let's not forget, I still have to update my characters list of all the characters that were in regular life. That still has to be updated. I haven't gotten to it because I've been writing episodes for regular life. They're still to be expanded. Disney Plus has average stuff besides a few things. I only go to Disney Plus for the Lilo and Stitch series, The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, and Kronk's New Groove, as well as movies they got in there like Tarzan. What does HBO Max have besides regular show and Close Enough and original Cartoon Network shows? Well, Paramount Plus has Beavis and Butthead in that new season that's coming out. They got something. So I got besides Primal, I got something else adult to watch. From a completely different company. I don't want the stream to be long because I don't want my food to get cold. My mom just gave me dinner. Hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. A perfect dinner to have before watching Despicable Me 3. Zook, if you ever watch Despicable Me 3, you're not gonna like it. I don't like it, it's bad, and if you ever revisit it, good luck. It's just, oh my god. Absolutely unneeded. I think maybe like, I don't know, a few minutes or something that I'll end the stream because I don't want my food to get cold. Target also didn't have Minion stuff. All I could find was just that novel, and they got that official soundtrack, which doesn't really feel like an official soundtrack. They don't have the Minionese version of you can't always get what you want, so how is it official? Yeah, they got Cecilia on there, but I hate the soundtrack version they did with the Minion Cecilia. The in-movie version was a lot better. Do not listen to Minion Cecilia. The soundtrack version. It is... They try to make it sound good, but it just doesn't sound good. If it ain't friggin' broke, don't friggin' fix it! They should have had, like, the machinery noises going on in the background for the song, just like they did in, you know, the actual movie. Some of the songs are basically remixes from songs in the past. Cecilia was good in the movie, but it's not good in the soundtrack. I listened to the soundtrack on YouTube and, it just feels so odd. Pierre Coffin, you're using Stuart's voice for, like, the duration of the song. He's using, like, what the one eyes sound like. Well, you got the two eyes in the background, just... Jump to Sunshine is, like, the top track of the whole soundtrack. But you don't need to you don't have to pay $12.99 just to get it, where you could just listen to it on YouTube. Like, the soundtrack is completely useless. I bet even the soundtrack for the first Minions movie was a lot better. Even if not all the licensed songs could be in there, in the soundtrack. Made primarily for the movie, but not for the soundtrack. So why have it in the first place? It's not like it's a trailer song. Just like having Miley Cyrus' Home Sweet Home be on the soundtrack when it was just for the trailer. It just doesn't add up. Yeah, it's still pretty warm. Oh wait, what time is it? 6:30? Oh good, I got more Gru tokens. I don't think we can make it to 50,000. No. Will you stop bringing me to Minion Beach? Will you stop bringing me to this location? You know I don't like it. It's random. Whatever. Whoever just gets it out of the way, I guess. I don't know. I think with updated characters in regular life, I think I have about, like, 300. Over 300. I still gotta add your characters, Zook. Give the whole created by you thing. Because I want to credit the person that created them. Inside Out is a bad movie. I don't know where this came from, but it did. I can see what they were trying to do, it just didn't really work. That's why I watched Good Dinosaur instead. I actually saw that movie the day I got baptized in 2015. Don't ask why, my Auntie Kelly wanted to be baptized. Kind of odd I went to the movies the day I got baptized. And I saw a movie about dinosaurs. Regular show moment. What if it had feelings? What if feelings had feelings? I thought it was emotions. The Good Dinosaur wasn't as bad as people make it out to be. Exactly! And they even get scientifically accurate dinosaurs like velociraptors that have feathers on them. Something Jurassic Park doesn't do. They make theirs look more reptilian, and Pixar, they did their homework. They even put a Tetrapodophus in there. I really love Good Dinosaur, and I don't like that it was hated on. It was a Pixar flop, but Lightyear took that spot now. Backgrounds were amazing. I love the characters. I mean, I think the main character is an Apatosaurus. It's just that journey home that all dinosaur movies are known for having. Animated ones like Land Before Time. And it was in production hell, and it had like a lot of the Good Dinosaur sequel. Yeah, the T-Rexes didn't have feathers, but at least the Velociraptors did. At least there is some scientifically accurate stuff that's in there. Hell, my dinosaurs in regular life, some of them have feathers, others don't. And the ones that have powers, I think you might know, Masadi modified them to have them. I swear, I'm gonna be doing like a tier list of Masadi experiments. Guardians, the Monster Mutants, Chad 2, Jeremy 2, Meyer, all that. It's only a matter of time before I will do something like that. I'll probably get back to 1 and a Minion after I watch Despicable Me 3. Rather, I want to get that atrocity out of the way first, so that way I can much better write how I want to see Mel as a character. So far, only confirmed characters in the Minions fanfiction: Kevin, Stuart, Bob, Mel, Otto, Phil, Carl, and Josh. That dog is going wild. Daniel said something to, and whenever that thing happens. That's my grandpa's dog, by the way. I'm gonna get a dog soon, just not right now. I want to save up for Universal. I have to get used to this. If I'm ever gonna have a dog, that's what I'm gonna be hearing. Whether it's Chihuahua or whatever, I do want to get a pet eventually. Gotta have emotional support dog. I just love that it had one eye, now it grows 2 eyes. Inconsistency! Why do you want a dog? Emotional support dog. I actually want a pet. Because my Auntie Kelly left my pet goldfish at work. Forgot to bring it home and it died overnight. It was a moon tetra named Moonstone. And I wanted actually... Taking care of a pet is so stressful. But at least it can give me a companion that I can look after. Emotional support dog, I guess. Will be something. Let's not forget I lost Coco when she died after giving birth to so many babies, and I was like, what, when I was 5? So yes, I need a pet. Dangle is saying something to set that dog off. Grandpa's fine with it. Whatever, I've gotten used to it. I just want it to be a Chihuahua. Not any random dog can be a support animal. They need training. It doesn't have to necessarily be like emotional support, like... When I'm with the animals here, I kind of feel relaxed. Kind of maintains my behavior, I guess. Because I want to start my life anew, and I want to have a pet. That's my first step. If I'm moving out of state... Like, if we ever, you know, what's Sprinkle's fate gonna be? I'm gonna name my dog Sprinkles if I ever get a pet. Dalmatian if it's a reference to regular life, but it's not, it's a Chihuahua. Because I like Chihuahuas. Get goldfishes. Ouch! How am I gonna take a goldfish with me? I don't know. I don't want to be reminded of the pet that I lost. I don't want a goldfish. I want a moon tetra. You know those fish you get at PetSmart? only had one day with that fish, but I still felt bad that Kelly took it to work and never brought it back. It died! Then you were gonna want to make your pet a character in regular life. No! I'm not gonna do that. Why is it that you think if I get a pet, I'm gonna make it into regular life? The pet is something to help me start a new life over. Something I can take care of. Be my companion. Because I like the dogs here and the cat. I need that in my life. No need for it to be a character in regular life. I already got a dog character in regular life. I got plenty of dog characters in regular life. There's no need for any more. Except you're a nano. I mean, you make everything a character. Not my pet if I get one. I don't need that. Cyro was just basically an embodiment of my autism and basically Otto from the Minions movie because I gave him braces. But it was only a matter of time before I put an autistic character into regular life for representation. Why did it take so long? I just didn't have the mindset to really do it until I'm like, yeah, I need representation. Because if I ever win the lottery and make my own autism charity, Cyro's gonna be the mascot. Braces wearing dinosaur toy holding ostrich. Blue t-shirt, autism colors. I almost gave him all walls, but I didn't. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be the last one before I eat dinner. My dinner's right there. And I don't want there to be ASMR. Ouch! Right when I said that. At least I don't have to see his eye on that one. Where's your G? Oh, there it is. Again, Minion Beach. What time is it? Oh, it's 6:41. Okay, 6:45, then I'll end the stream so I can eat dinner. 7:30 is going to be Despicable Me 3. Jeremy and Chad as Jeremy White and Chad Pickman starting on Fixing Good. Is that a Breaking Bad reference? Now you're adding your own inspirations. That's what you got. That's what I do for RL. They need to have something to make sense and have inspiration from. Dang it, will you mind please turning that down? It's not 6:45 yet. You're lucky you got to eat, but I chose to stream. My food is right next to me. Yes, it's a Breaking Bad reference. Walter White, you mean? I keep seeing references to Breaking Bad and stuff, like... Oh my god! I just don't want to do Minion Beach. I just don't, like... I don't want to hurt those minions. Residential area. Okay, that's Ropa. That time Daniel ran away from home. He's just curious about the new surroundings, Zook. He doesn't do that anymore. He's got that big TV in his room. He also has a tablet. Lots of gumballs and dog bones that he collects. He collects dog bones. It's a type of candy. He has to go like to stores to collect those. It's kind of me collecting Minion stuff. He collects that and I collect Minions. So we both have something we collect. Dangle, are you still sorting your gumballs?
I'm done.
Oh, you're done you're done sorting them? You gotta put them away, dude. They're scattered. At least my stuff are in containers. I'm surprised Dangle knows how to operate a TV, let alone a door. Yeah, there's more to Dangle than meets the eye. Just don't bother him when he's watching his stock market. He's gotten used to watching YouTube on TV. He was watching Mario Party cutscenes. He prefers to watch rather than play. Because when I ask him, do you want to play that? He's like, no. He prefers to watch. Just get a Minecraft with a Nintendo Switch. Hold on. Dangle, do you want to get a Nintendo Switch for Minecraft? Yeah?
New tablet.
You want a new tablet? You already have a new tablet. Like, why do you want a second one? In fact, I got like 2, and that's only because we had to sit in that car for 16 hours, and I barely used it. Because I had to stay up holding my cold beverage because there was no cup holders. The Polar Pop from that Circle K gas station. Still gonna make that an episode. Dangle gives me advice from Ed and Eddie. Really? He does that too with me. Maybe Ed was autistic, I don't know. I see him more as the Minion Dave. Could you imagine if you were a Minion, Zook? Which one would you be? I think you'd be Kevin, like the leader. Tall, two-eyed Minion that looks like a Twinkie. I'm definitely Otto because I'm a motor mouth. And just like me, Otto tends to be that person that talks a lot and people get annoyed by him. Evidence could be seen in Rise of Gru that not even Kevin can't stand him. Bob can, but that's because Bob sees enjoyment in everything. He sees love in everything, friend or enemy, because he's innocent. Either you're Kevin or you're a Stuart, rebellious teenager. Kind of got that. Just keep dodging these cars. Ow! I do need to eat dinner now, Mel. Seriously. I do need to eat dinner. Hang on, what hot dogs are these? Yep, they're the Bars brand. The evil smart Minion. Minion's 4. There's a 2, Zook. There's no 3 yet. Who's the evil Minion? Is it one of the purple ones? It's not like Mel was gonna be redeemed, Zook. Let's see if his character changes in Despicable Me 4. I do need to eat dinner, guys. Yeah. There's only 5 movies in the Despicable Me franchise, and 4 is yet to be released for Despicable Me 4. They say that their release date is 2024. And Migration, I think, is 2023. So, only time will tell how that's going to turn out. You did good with Rise of Gru Illumination. Please, if you want to do a Despicable Me 4, just do what you did with Rise of Gru. Give both Minions and Gru screen time. Make the Minions likable. And don't ever do an atrocity like Despicable Me 3 again. Like, at all. Do not ever do that again. Minions 3, the evil Minion. The PX-41 serum isn't until Despicable Me 2. What evil minion is gonna come into fruition? Even with that, it will probably rebel against Gru, I guess. They'll probably, like, focus more on the aspect of him bonding with the minions a little bit more, but I digress. 2024 feels so long away. I say we're already halfway there, halfway there, halfway there, halfway there. Because it's like, it's approaching quickly. Also, can't believe we're 8 months into 2022. Feels like just a few weeks ago that was 2021. It's like this month wants to get it over with. Like, we're already in August, Zook. And the premiere date for Regular Life is like 1 month away. We seriously gotta buckle down. Well, I'm giving you time to rest. We'll just release whatever we can at that said point. At least gotta do something for Minions 1 and Minion. Primal Rage hasn't really been touched. Don't know about Clutch Redemption. I gotta return back to that. Like, there's like other side projects that I gotta work on. I'm almost done with it. You're almost done with episode 4 of... Oh, no, I can't do that. Ah, that's a great cutback. That's a cutaway. Are you sure you still want to be wearing that hat? It should say Drew instead of Gru because you're not with him anymore. Ugh. You mean you're almost done with that episode? If you ever get that episode done, I'll proofread that thing. Like, there's no Pokemon to raid for. I already have Shiny Palkia, so... All I wasted raid passes for Togetic because it's one of my favorite fairy flying types. But there's not anything out there to really raid for. No shinies of Zamintia, or... Zacian, or Genesect. Yes. What's the point of even raiding for those Pokemon if they don't even have shinies? They're not data mined in the game yet. That's kind of a mistake on Pokemon Go's part. Like, the like crime in this is you're basically giving us Pokemon we already have without any shiny value. What is the point of raiding for them? To get their hundos? I already have a hundo of Zapdos. Jeremy gets shredded. Just like Josh gets shredded. It's giving me vibes because, come on, Jeremy gets shredded, Josh gets shredded. They both start with J! Not to mention it's one of the better episodes of Season 2 or close enough. Which is why I prefer Season 2, since that's pretty much Josh's season where he got most development, as opposed to Season 3 that was more geared to Alex. Even with that one thing where Alex said it was like he was like being a volleyball coach gave me Mr. Ross vibes, is not really as terrifying as I thought it was. It's just, I don't want to be reminded of a character that I love and hate, Mr. Ross. I like him at the same time, and yet I'm terrified of him at the same time. That's kind of weird. I will just watch Despicable Me 3. It's 8 o'clock instead. Last run, and then I'm gonna go eat. I took little itty bites, that's all. I think they're Velveeta shells with spirals. Yeah, that's what they are. Is this gonna be giving me Josh Gets Shredded vibes? With no reference to Jim Crunch or whatever that guy's name is. Mr. Ross did not let that slide. They're voiced by Jason Mantzoukas. I had to put 2 and 2 together when he said volleyball coach because freaking regular show the movie. He was that guy was a volleyball coach at West Egerton High. Well, my rewatches for regular show the movie are far more watched than Minions. I just kind of shiver whenever Mr. Ross enters the picture. And yet future Jeremy was a character that existed in episode 15. I extended this run so that way I'll at least have one more run before I end the stream, Zook. We can VC later after Despicable Me 3. I'll probably be in the mood to talk after watching that atrocity. But like I said, if you watch the movies alphabetically, like, in order, apparently the reason we barely see any from High Five Ghost is because he barely barely has anything going on in his life. Oh god, the freaking eye! Take that away! Ugh! Oh my god. When you said that, the Minion eye. Okay, good. El Macho's lair. That sounds like a last. That sounds like a good spot. He was still one of the main characters in the show. He's just basically with Muscle Man. I just wish he was utilized a little bit more. At least with regular life, I'm utilizing with the characters. Make sure each character gets their own amount of screen time. I don't know if it's a sacrifice if the season's not focusing that much on Jeremy, but it's what I wanted. Other characters deserve screen time besides him. That's why there's Gal's Night, even if he has like a little tiny cameo. It's a blinking, we'll miss it, and it only has like one piece of dialogue and that's it. Nothing else. Gotta have that short scene in there. I tried doing my own tier maker, but it only showed like 3 minions when I was trying to rank them. And you can guarantee which one of the minions was one of the choices. Ugh. Nell. It was the first choice aside of Dave and Otto. No Kevin, no Bob, no Stuart. I was doing this on iPad, so I don't know how to do it, like, on computer. I just use the computer for multiverses, that's it. Paladin would have been the same, but I wanted to give him a purpose. I also do have to update the characters list. I'm only at the 300 character mark with the characters of regular life. Because I've been tracking down how many I have. Unnamed characters, main characters, minor characters. That's new. I never saw that one before. He's like, hey! You're lucky I revived you, Otto. Mel! God, I was thinking of Otto from... It makes me want to play as him instead of Mel, and yet he's not an option. I just like he was like, hey! That's actually pretty cute. That was kind of... Yeah, I actually like that, Mel. I gotta be careful of the pitfalls in this area. Pick up the evil minion power up 50 times. Okay. High Five Ghost really only ever had 2 major episodes. Yeah. I think he had the postcard and he had that one Telltale, the elevator one. You don't really get that much from him. Any more of those Minions and Wheels, Mel? I doubt that's the last time we'll see him in this run. That's why I make sure every regular life character gets a good amount of screen time. So I don't want this regular show problem to be a thing. They really weren't focused on because basically most of the episodes were about Mordecai's girl issues, the love triangle, all that stuff. What I despise about season 6, like it started off good with Maxing and relaxing, and then it takes a huge nosedive of daddy issues, as well as many other episodes that follow that formula. I had a weird dream where we had an episode of regular life that revolves a soap opera, like Phantom of the Soap Opera. What? You had an episode, a dream idea about that? That's, whoa. You have one about regular life, and I have one about regular show, only except mine was where Jeremy was in regular show, and they needed his help and stuff. There was an episode called Will of Power. Sometimes I tend to forget that I had that dream. Well, what a coincidence. Now it's Arwado's house that I'm in. Maybe I just want to make it to 50,000, I guess. You had a regular life-inspired dream, and I had a regular show-inspired dream. Do you want to make that thing a reality so it comes into fruition, or is it better yet to stay as a dream? We got the space idea already. Should be made. Oh gosh. Wow, really? We're really gonna be doing Phantom of the Opera? Okay. I did not see that coming. Well, if that is going to happen, what season is it going to be in? Season 6, Season 7, Season 8? If it's to continue, I don't know, Season 9? I don't even know when the space adventure is going to take place. It says all these ideas are like sprouting, and yet we still need to. Season 5 barely started. It hasn't been posted yet, but the episodes have been written. They have covers. None of the episodes written as of the month, Zook, have been posted to DeviantArt. They're still in Google Docs. Already been proofread, already been edited, all of that. It's already been done. Just waiting for Jeremy to get shredded if DeviantArt allows that. We can discuss in DM. Yeah, we'll work on it. What else can I say but tapioca? Tapioca! The Liberty Mutual commercial. I don't know if you've seen it, Zook, but I was talking earlier about it that I don't like that commercial. Even if it had Minions in it, it just felt wrong. Disturbing to have a Minion with that fish hook in his mouth. Even if he spat it out, that's still kind of ouchy, and the Minions are understandably upset. And I just got that Sea Dog costume that's basically a pirate costume, so it didn't really help much. And could they please stop playing that commercial? I'm used to the IHOP commercial, not Liberty Mutual. Stick with Limu Emu. That's what you're known for, Liberty Mutual. Yeah. Just remember, Zook, I still gotta finish eating dinner and I gotta watch Despicable Me 3 during Guys Night. Ugh, pray for me. That's gonna be my second time I watched that atrocity. Yeah, with Sponge on the Run, I also watched that once. I will guarantee the score is probably gonna be lower than a 3. Maybe it's gonna be a 2 after the rewatch. Dude's night. Uh-huh. I seriously gotta eat, man. I really need to eat. I can't stall much longer. I can deny it no longer. I'm starving. Even if they're robot bananas, those bananas are making me hungry. This really is my last run. Make it to 45,000, I guess. Great. I'm hyperventilating.